Okay, it's not the perfect place to be inside our laundry, but it's not very nice outside today. Quite humid and hot and sticky, so we're going to do a little bit of basic work in here now. I've got my airbrush here. Got my airbrush here. It's got a very thin mix of Humbrol white enamel. What I'm going to do is just tone down the paint just with some very fine misting of the white in vertical directions. Simple as you probably can't see much on there, but it's just a very light dusting. Of some of the, mainly the blue, a little bit along the bottom. And now I'll do the other side. I'm going up and down vertically because obviously that's the way the paint will streak naturally in the weather. I'm not keeping it even, it's just various places I'm just going vertically. A little bit along the bottom grey stripe. So it's not even, I don't know if you can see that. It's just a little bit, this is just before we're putting on. Now we're going to do the front of the cab as well. Do a light dusting of white to tone everything down, and it starts to blend things in. And that's it, and that is all I'll do with the white. And I'll now go and get the first bit of grey. What I've done now is I've got my Railmatch roof dirt colour, and I've also cut a stencil out. Now the reason I've cut a stencil out is because personally I'm not that good at doing straight lines. So the object of the exercise is to hold the stencil away from the loco and just give it a gentle dusting. The object of the exercise of the stencil is to hold it away from the loco and give it a gentle dusting through the gap, and it won't give a hard line if you don't hold it right up to the loco. So you need a bit of space, a gap behind, so that you can line up roughly where you want it and give it a little dusting. So I'll do this first one here as an example. I'll do a large fatter streak. And just put it in from the bottom and a quick push. And you start to get the shading of a line, and then you can just reposition. I'll do it again, and then a little bead, and it just brings in the colours. So we'll do another longer one here. And then a bit of a V, just to concentrate where the dirt is within the vertical streak. And what I've also got is you can do is just hold it higher up and make the V shorter, and again just quick dusting through You can get the grey streaks where you want one. I want one a little bit below the exhaust here. Nice feathered edge. And I've got a slightly longer one on this one here, again, so not too far away. And it just gives a streak where you want the streak to be. Having cleaned the airbrush, I'll just give it another little, just below the exhaust, just like that. So we've got some nice vertical grimy streaks on the side. I'll now do the same on this side. So that is the streaking done. So what I'll now do is just a general dusting over at the top of the loco to dirty them down. And obviously concentrating a lot more on the roof. Front. On the grills. And then we'll just concentrate on the roof, putting it all in. Down on the front, catch the top of the ledge. nice little dusting on the roof. What I shall now do is replace the roof dirt with some frame dirt, and we'll give a dusting along the bottom of the loco. And so for the frame dirt, it's just a quick dusting along the bottom. And that is it for that. But whilst I've got the frame dirt in, I'll go and get the underframe and we can do a bit of dirtying up of that. The underframe is quite easy, it's just again, just a general dusting. I'm trying to get all directions on the bogie, battery boxes, the fuel tank. We'll pick out details with different colours in a minute. There's a compressor. This bogie from above as well. To the top of the bogie frame. Buffer beam. Onto the bogie underneath, top of this bogie, compressor, fuel tank again, battery box, and from the ends, and this bogie from one direction, the other direction, side on, and above, it's just lightly, it's not, none of it is a heavy coating, it's just a dusting, so it blends it in together. So what I'm now going to do is get some black so that I can highlight little areas where I want a bit of that. Maybe a bit of oily grime as well afterwards. Now this is engine grime, straight from the mid-range. Put a bit around the fuel tank there, below the fuel filler. Maybe a little bit on the compressor. Around the brake slings, maybe on the bogie frame a little bit, just so it's not too monotonous a colour and all even. It just gives it a varied tone slightly. Down around the fuel filler on the compressor. Get on the bogies near the brake cylinders. And that'll do for that. Okay, so now where I think I've gone a bit overboard, I can just lift it up a little bit with a bit of Humbrol matte black. Just to vary, again, it's just to vary tones. It's only a very light dusting in places. Now I will be going around afterwards, and that will be in the next video, just highlighting little things. Here and there. The brush afterwards. So that is the underframe done with the airbrush. Okay, and what we'll do now we've got just a bit of black to vary the tone on the roof, because it's all a very even grey at the minute. We'll just do a bit around the exhaust here. And this one here. We'll also do the roof fan. On both sides. And we'll probably call that it now until it's all dried off. And we'll wait for a decent day to put a coat of varnish on to seal it all in. So I shall now go and stick that on the chassis once it's dried to the touch, and get a couple of photographs. Bearing in mind we've still got the film on the windows, so they'll still all look yellow, but we'll get a closer look of where we're up to. I'm now going to spend the next half hour or so cleaning out my airbrush, using a lot more thinners and stuff, and I'll see you in a minute for the reveal of where we're up to.